Institute of Polytechnic. We are waiting for persons to come. Let's have to see.
The writing skill is not that much good. Now you can speak, of course, for some people like at least that.
We are waiting for audience. देखते हैं कितने लोग आते हैं. लाइव हमारे साथ एक व्यक्ति आ चुके हैं. कृपया बने रहिएगा. आज हम आपको मिला रहे हैं अपने तंजानिया के स्टूडेंट अब्दुल हमीद जुम्मा जी से, और हमारे साथ है प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर दीपक बिजलवान सर एज यूजुअल. पहले बताना चाहेंगे हम कि आज हम डिस्कस करने वाले हैं इंडिया और अब्दुल के इंडिया के एक्सपीरियंस के बारे में, कैसे उनका एक्सपीरियंस रहा है इंडिया तंजानिया रिलेशंस के बारे में, इंडो अफ्रीका रिलेशन के बारे में. 11 लोग हमारे साथ लाइव है. सभी लोगों को बताना चाहेंगे अब्दुल तंजानिया से हमारे साथ हैं. मेरे स्टूडेंट है पब्लिक पॉलिसी एंड एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के, और काफ़ी इंटेलेक्चुअल स्टूडेंट है. थिंकिंग प्रोसेस मुझे काफ़ी पसंद आता है अब्दुल का, और मैं हमेशा तारीफ भी करता हूँ इस बात की. प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर दीपक बिजलवान सर इंट्रैक्शन करेंगे अब्दुल जी के साथ. लेट्स स्टार्ट.
So Abdul, welcome here. Thank you. I just simply want to ask you, what has been your experience over here, like at this particular area? I mean, what have
Speak loudly, please,
what
as
have
much
been
as
your
you can.
experience in India? You know, in
Try to be close because
getting
for
admission
getting
over
good
here.
frame.
Actually, at least maybe I can share it like in both, like outside of my school and inside of my school. Like, beginning with inside of my school, it's where I'm living. Like the environment is cool because I'm living with more than 300 to 400 Indian students, but they never acted or showed like the situation of racism just because of color. I don't know the nature of me that maybe I'm from Africa and stuff like that. So they try to be cool. They try to be friends with me. They try to be like they act like relatives with me. So I can say like 100% cool. But coming to outside now, like that's more, more cool because the nature of the environment and stuff like that in Dehradun, Uttarakhand state, like climate, the weather, mountainous areas, 100% also. That's all.
Okay, that's wonderful.
So I want to say that Abdul's favorite word is 100%. When I used to in class to ask him that have you any problem, he said no sir.
Sure.
Are you sure? Yeah, he will say 100%.
So that shows the confidence within. You know, when you are saying 100%, it means you are quite powerful within. You are quite exact in whatever you want to say.
Of course.
So it's really wonderful. Meeting with you, Abdul,
Thank you,
and
sir.
we will be seeing you around in the
Yeah.
campus.
Please be continue, sir. We have 71% of live, so be continue.
Okay, really, we can have some more talks.
Yes, about
So,
India culture.
like, what thing?
I want to say he likes Indian food. Indian food he likes.
Indian
Yes, yeah.
Now, of course, like the spices and stuff like that's cool. Like, so that's what I like. I like spices.
Oh,
I
really?
like spices. Yeah, apart from the vegetables and stuff like that, the Indian food is more of spices, like chili. I like it.
Want to make some comparison, comparison between kind of maybe in food habits,
Mhm.
in certain academic habits. If you want to make any comparison between India and Tanzania, how would you put that comparison of yours?
Okay. The comparison in India and Tanzania. Now, where should I begin? In food or in academics?
Whatever comes to your mind.
Okay,
Whatever comes to your mind.
maybe let's go with academics. Right?
You can say
Okay.
anything.
Let's begin with academics.
Yes.
In terms of academics in India and Tanzania, yes, like we have a good academic institutions, but what differs, like most of it, since it's a university, like most are the same, but what differs is the process of
Okay.
running the institutions. That's what differs. Like, for instance, in Tanzania, it's more of like community, like regardless of the president, regardless of the government institution in technology, or regardless of normal students, both might stay together through the representatives, and the things are run together. But what I noticed in India is like uh, something like the power is owned into a certain state, so like are the ones to decide, and we have just to follow, which at some point it's good, because when you allow too much of convenience from outside to inside, then there will be clarifications and stuff like that. Like, we are not agreeing with that, we are not agreeing with whatever you say, we want this, while in reality it's what you choose good for them. So at least that's the difference that I've observed. And in sector of food, India, like, it's more like in spices, a lot of spices. But in Tanzania, when you are served that food, spices will be beside. So it's upon you, like, okay, should I take it? Now, if I don't use, I don't take it. But if I'm in use of spices, then I will take it. That's the difference.
All right. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Very wonderful. And if I talk about particularly about Dehradun,
Yeah.
have you been around? Like,
Of a little bit, just like.
One
a little
day-
bit, not much.
By university,
Yeah.
he and one of his friend from Malawi, Tutu, both have visited to the Dehradun by the universities.
Okay, really?
University
You
has,
visited all of these?
university has
Of course.
provided this opportunity to both of them.
Okay. That's wonderful.
Whole day to
So how did
explore.
you like the city, this city, Dehradun?
Of
He
course,
has visited Pacific Mall.
That is what I say, like, about the nature of the state is in mountainous. That's the
Yes.
first thing that you have to notice.
So, in your place, Tanzania, at your native place, don't you have mountainous places?
Oh, now that's the mistake you're doing, man. In Tanzania, we have a lot of mountainous
But
places. In
far
fact,
away.
Of course, yes, far from where I'm living. But taking it as Tanzania, we have a mountainous place. In fact, like, the first mountain in the world, highest peak, is Mount Everest, right?
Yeah.
And what about the second
Kanchenjunga, is that?
in the world?
No, in India. We are saying about
Nah,
India.
now let's speak in the world.
World,
Okay, in the world, first one is Everest.
Mount Everest,
Second,
And I don't have any idea. What's the second one?
do you have any idea of
Kilimanjaro.
Kilimanjaro?
Kilimanjaro.
Ah,
yeah.
yeah,
Kilimanjaro.
That's
Yes.
mountain found in Tanzania.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
Kilimanjaro.
yeah.
But I was generally, I just want to talk about in your locality.
Please mind our
I mean,
security.
Are
also.
you far from mountainous places?
Of course, from where I'm living.
Yeah.
Far from.
I was asking that only.
Of course, it's not that much far, because it's like 200-300 meters and stuff like that. Then you
Please.
get to meet the mountain, like certain mountain called Mount Uluguru and stuff like that. So I can say maybe the whole Tanzania is full of mountainous places.
Okay, that's wonderful. That's wonderful.
No, please continue.
Sure.
Why pausing?
Anything else?
Public
Maybe-
policy, or talk about public policy.
Oh,
Had
yeah,
chosen
yeah,
this
yeah.
public
so
policy.
you have taken admission in public policy.
Yeah.
Masters in public policy.
No, bachelor's in public
Okay,
policy.
bachelor's in public policy. So this is a 3 years degree course, I guess.
Sure.
All right.
If you will
So-
pursue honors, then there will be 4 years course.
All right. What is your feedback about your faculty, Professor Shakams?
Feedback.
Yeah.
That's
For-
quite
for
nice.
The meantime, for the meantime, I've stayed like, it's like half a month with half. Maybe I can say like that. What I've learned from him is he reads a lot,
He reads a lot.
a lot,
Oh, really?
a
He's
lot.
a good.
Like, he has a lot of materials inside.
That's
Yet that's the
wonderful.
point. Like, most of my professors, like my faculties, they get into class and they have at some moment they have to check on what's today, then they go back to teaching. But for him, it will be like, today we'll be having like Marxism, Marx theory, like from head, you know.
Yes.
Like, that shows like, okay, he was prepared a long time ago, not maybe yesterday or the day before. Like, now he's already into that act. Like, it's just like a kind of habit that's inside the head. Like, okay, today I'll do this, and when he decides to do this, it's just generates itself like into brain. Like, it's coming, it's flowing. You know?
Yeah.
That's what.
I mean, the information is coming out in a very natural way.
That's the point.
You know,
That's
So
the point.
kind of
And he's
you.
quite expressive and a good teacher, good knowledgeable man. He is
Mhm.
very much a lot inside,
Sure.
a lot of information and
Sure.
knowledge.
Yeah.
And it's very wonderful. You're liking the faculty around, and definitely you will be getting a lot of benefits, academic upliftment,
100%.
through these teachings of Professor Shaitan said of the faculty as well.
Mm.
Anything else you would like to emphasize, and maybe you would like to express about the university and maybe about the place, maybe anything?
Okay, maybe I begin with my faculties. Like in public policy, what we learn is about the state, it's about the government.
Yeah.
Now, like for instance, like in science subjects, they do theories, but it will reach a moment, it will reach a time they need to do it in practical.
Oh, yes.
That's the point. Now, how is our practical to be done? They should contract some team. The country. We have to meet maybe the prime minister, or we have to meet maybe somebody to tell us about how the government runs, how the theories and thinkings of currently are doing compared to the past. Because in our class we learn the past and the present theories and thinkings, the past and the present public administration policy. So how should we know if we don't get it into practical?
That's very wonderful.
That's what I
Very
feel like we should
wonderful.
be doing. Like they conduct, as for instance, like yesterday I experienced a seminar, but that is inside.
Yeah.
We want the knowledge from outside. We see with our own eyes, like, okay, this is how the government runs, because we are into the government right now and we see how it's done.
Yes,
That's one thing we
that's
should
very
do.
that's very wonderful.
Very wonderful.
You picked out, and what basically he wants to say, actually there should be a fusion of theory and practical in public policy.
That's
as
what
well.
I also
And
want.
whatever they are teaching in theory, they should also enact that theory in practical.
Practical.
So it's a very wonderful point you raised, Abdul, and thank you so much for that. Okay, all right, and anything else? Like
Any message you want to give any Indians?
Yeah,
For
any
Indians, give any message to Indians.
Like, okay, in which aspect? Like
Any
any
aspect.
aspect?
Any
Okay.
aspect.
maybe
It depends all of on you.
the only advice maybe is like they have to try to practice one thing called exposure.
Good exposure.
Good exposure.
wonderful.
Like
Yeah.
one among the reason I choose like to come in India is not that maybe we have money like to study abroad,
Yes.
or maybe like in Tanzania there are no good universities,
Yes.
or maybe like that's not the reason is like, okay, I should have exposure. Like
Yes.
okay, what is it like from my first class to 12th class, like in my country, again from my university year 1 to year 4 in my country? What's the knowledge that I'll be gaining? I have to gain the knowledge inside the class and outside the class. So
Yeah,
for
that's
them, like they should have the knowledge in their countries, but at some point, like they should have some times during the holidays visiting places, particularly in Africa. Like most of them be like, "Yo, I should go in Dubai, I should go in." Nah, that's not the point. Like most of places are generated with technology. You don't feel that nature that is existing in the world, in which in Africa is still existing till now. Like most of the places are left. We can call it nature, original nature. Like there is no any artificial thing that has been advanced or has been introduced. It's left only for nature, like for human being to have a time to cool, create some memories inside the mind, the original memories that existed before. So like exposure, like getting into concerning learning new stuff and things like that.
That's wonderful. अब्दुल ने बहुत शानदार बात कही कि जो हमारे यहाँ के स्टूडेंट्स भी हैं, बच्चों को या किसी भी तबके के व्यक्ति को, उसको एक्सपोजर की
Exposure, बहुत सही.
एक्सपोजर इन द सेंस कि दे नीड टू ट्रैवल अ लॉट एंड लर्न अ लॉट टू uplift their life and uplift the entire academic system as well. So it's a wonderful talk with
It's
you.
really
Abdul.
wonderful talk with
Such a nice
Abdul.
to be interacting with each other through the campus, in the campus. Sure.
I'll be happy to
Yeah.
see that.
And assures my YouTube audience that you will come once again live with all of them.
Of course, I promise. As long as I'll be here for 3 years, I promise you, people are over there seeing me around, and the ones who get to see me, I'll be there as long as anytime I'm wanted.
May God bless you always, dear.
Thank you.
And keep learning, keep shining, and keep growing.
Thank you.
My blessings are always with you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, welcome. Nice to meet you.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks so much. Now you can go.
Right, sir. Thank you.
Thanks.